So you want to go to Thailand in 2026, just like I did with my friends, and you're confused on where to start your planning. Here is everything you need to know in order to get to Thailand in 2026 as a Nigerian passport holder. Okay?
I've been waiting all night.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to today's video. You guys, I know this video is almost coming super late as it is, but better late than never. Welcome back to my channel. If you guys have seen my face for the very first time, my name is Alma and people enjoy watching my videos. Do you enjoy watching my videos? I will leave you to answer that question when you are done watching this one. If you guys don't know, my last trip was to Thailand in February and I had an amazing time. It was a girls trip and I've gotten so many questions, so many DMs, so many requests to do like a cost breakdown / how to plan a trip to Thailand and all of that with a Nigerian passport, of course, because I am a Nigerian passport holder and everywhere I travel to, I travel with my Nigerian passport. It is doable. It is possible. Okay, so yes, I am super sorry that this video is coming late, but let's get right into it. Okay, we're not wasting time today. Let's get right into it. The first thing you need to plan a trip to Thailand in 2026 is a visa. Obviously, as a Nigerian, you cannot travel to Thailand without a visa. Sorry, okay? But while the visa itself is super easy to get on your own, I mean, you can actually apply for this visa. Thailand requires an e-visa from Nigerians. So you can actually apply for this online on your own as a Nigerian passport holder, but the requirements, the documentation is a lot, okay? The process itself to get the visa, it's easy, it's super easy, but the documentation is where the problem is, okay? Not a problem because, I mean, it's doable. I did it, my friends did it, we all did it. It's just a lot more tedious than, you know, when you're trying to apply for a visa to other countries. So the very first thing you will need to apply for a Thai visa is an NDLEA certificate. You must have heard about this before, but it's an NDLEA certificate, Nigerian Drug Law Enforcement Agency or authority. I'm not sure what the actual abbreviation stands for, but it's in the line of that. You walk into any NDLEA office around you and request for an NDLEA certificate. Now, for them to issue you that certificate, they have to run a drug test on you. Ours was a urine test. You will do it right there in the office. They'll run a drug test on you, test your urine for all kinds of drugs. And once you're given the all clear, they would issue you a certificate to say, oh, for this person who wants to apply to go to this country, they are blah, 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 drug free and blah, 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 blah. It shouldn't be a tedious document to get. You definitely pay a fee to get that document. But yes, walk into any NDLEA office and start the process. It might take you a day or 2 or 3 to finish the entire process, but at the end of the day, you will get your certificate. Yeah? You may also be told to bring 2 guarantors, so bear that in mind. And your 2 guarantors are usually not your family members, your husband, brother, sister, auntie. No, it has to be somebody completely neutral, maybe a friend, somebody who has a business, or somebody who works in civil service. All right? So bear that in mind. Second document you will need to apply for a Thai visa is a police character certificate. Now, this one also very important. Just walk into any police office around you. For me, here we went to the police headquarters here in Abuja, and it's not even like the main headquarters. We actually went into their finance office, which is opposite the police headquarters. So you go in there, people do that certificate every other day. It's called a police character certificate. Just certify that you don't have any issues with the police in your country. Pay a fee for that and they will issue you that certificate in about a day or 2. You just go in there for your biometrics, you're capturing, and you'll get that certificate as well. Those are like the 2 major certificates that I know you have to go out of your way to get. Everything else, you should probably have that already. You'll also be required to provide other certificates like your bank statement, your business name, CAC registration document if you have a business, or if you are employed in an establishment, you will be asked to provide your employment letter. And if you have travel history as well, you'll be asked to provide, past visas that you have had. You need to have travel history. I repeat, you must have at least tried to travel to one country or the other. It just boosts your chances of getting a Thai visa. And yeah, just a couple of other documents that are normal when it comes to applying for a visa. For a list of all of the requirements, you can go to the Thai embassy, the Royal Thai Embassy website here in Nigeria. I'll leave the link in my description box below, so check it out. You can actually apply for your visa on your own. We did apply for our visa on our own. You get a feedback from the embassy on a virtual meeting. Give you a link, a Google link for a meeting, because they would have an interview with you over the phone. So it's not a physical interview, it's actually a virtual interview. It takes about 5-10 minutes, and then you'd get your visa same day, an e-visa in your email same day or by the following day. So the visa process itself is easy, but the documentation is where you might have to go the extra mile. They normally would issue you a single entry visa valid for 90 days, so bear that in mind, okay? The next thing is obviously to book a flight. Now, at the time we traveled, we used Qatar Airways from Abuja all the way to Bangkok, and then coming back we used Qatar Airways again from Phuket all the way to Abuja. So I'm not sure right now, with everything going on in the world right now, I'm really not sure how Qatar Airways is operating at the moment. But I believe there are other airlines also that will be flying, to Bangkok. Maybe not directly, obviously, but yeah, do your research. I'm sure there are other airlines, but to be very honest, your best bet was and still will probably be Qatar Airways if they are flying currently at the moment. My flights personally from Abuja all the way to Bangkok with a stopover at Doha, and Phuket back to Abuja with a stopover at Doha cost me roughly around 2.3 million. Yeah, some of my friends paid more because we all booked at different times. But the trick I would always say when you're booking flights is always to book as early as possible. So for me, once I got my visa and we're sure of our travel dates, I booked my flights immediately. Also bear in mind that if you're going to Thailand from Nigeria, you need to travel with your yellow fever vaccination card. Very, very important. You will not be allowed to even get to immigration. Okay, the immigration official will not even attend to you if you have not gone through their port of health. So you have to go through the port of health first as a Nigerian passport holder with your yellow fever vaccination card. It's very easy to get. You can get this from Ministry of Health anywhere around you, and it costs between 3,000 and 6,000 naira. Once you have it, it's valid for life, I believe. Just get it and get it over and done with. You definitely need that card to travel to Thailand as a Nigerian passport holder. The next thing to plan would be your hotels. Very, very important. I would advise you book hotels in the popular parts of Bangkok or Phuket or whatever city you're visiting in Thailand, just because it's easier to move around, easier to see all the nice things, easier to be in the center of where everything is happening. For one, our hotel in Bangkok was right in the middle of a touristy street, and we absolutely loved it because around us we had bars, we had clubs, we had restaurants, we had 7-Elevens. Like, it was a very busy area and we absolutely loved it. Because this was a girls trip, we were about 7-8 in number. Two people shared a room at every single point in time, which is also great. I would always tell you, if you can, travel in a group because it cuts down your budget like dramatically. The main place you're going to be spending money usually is your flights. Everything else usually is shared. So maybe your flights and your food, but everything else usually is split, and it can really, really cut down your budget. Trust me. Our hotel in Bangkok was called Pipa Hotel. Beautiful hotel. I have a complete review on that hotel on my Instagram page, so check it out. But I think we paid per person, and the room was going for about $140 a night. And by the time we split that into two, we're paying about $70 a night per person, and we're there for 4 nights. Lovely hotel, central to everything, beautiful. And then when it came to the next hotel in Phuket, which was slightly more expensive because Phuket is more of like an islandy kind of town city in Thailand, it was a more expensive hotel, also in a very nice part of Phuket, known as Patong Beach. And that hotel, I believe, cost us around $200 and something a night, and we paid about $100 and something per person a night, and we're there for 4 nights. So yeah, imagine if you were going there on your own, how much money you would have spent on a hotel. But because we were like 2 in a room, it was easier, to cut down your budgets by half. I would also say you should also try and book your hotels way ahead of time, because for some reason Thailand is a very, very major tourist country, and hotels get sold out like this. Like, we almost did not even get a hotel in Phuket like on time. You know, we got our hotel in Phuket last minute, so don't be like us. Don't wait until the last minute. Get your hotel as soon as you have everything else sorted. Get your hotel, very important. You can book for your hotels on booking.com, or you can visit this hotel websites on their own and book as well. From my experience, booking for hotels on the websites are usually very cheap compared to booking on like booking.com or any other third-party websites or app. After hotels, the next thing would be to consider what you're going to be eating, okay, while you're in Thailand. Now, Thailand is amazing when it comes to food. Food is everywhere in Thailand. I feel like every major person who is into some sort of tourist business in Thailand is into food, because food, yapa, for Thailand. There are street food markets everywhere. There was one very close to our hotel in Bangkok. There were like 2 or 3 or 4 different street food markets close to our hotel in Phuket. And food in these markets are usually very, very cheap and usually very, very tasty, with loads and loads of tourists going in and out, right? So the only thing that you probably would eat outside of these markets is breakfast in your hotel. I would always recommend you book your hotel with breakfast. All of our hotels came booked with breakfast. You don't want to wake up in the morning and be thinking of what to eat before your day even begins. So book your hotel with breakfast. It's very, very important. But then when it came to lunch and dinner, for those who were eating 2 other meals a day, the street food market was always the best option, or even like random restaurants, because like I said before, nobody makes bad food in Thailand. I didn't eat one bad meal in Thailand. Every meal, every drink, every fruit, everything I had in Thailand was always 10 over 10. And you can be sure that you will not be spending as much on food, because I feel like if I do a mental calculation of how much I spent on food for 8 days in Thailand, I don't think I spent up to $300 on food for 8 days for lunch and dinner, aside my complimentary breakfast in my hotel. I don't think I spent up to $300, and that's really, really good. Next thing obviously would be your tours and places to go. You guys would have seen on my Instagram and in the vlogs that we had an itinerary. We tried not to have a choked up itinerary. We just wanted to do like 1 or 2 major things a day, but there are a lot of things to do in Thailand. When it comes to Bangkok, the Icon Siam Mall is a must visit. The Micah Skywalk is a must visit. So went to the Louis Vuitton Museum as well in Bangkok. That one was completely free. So like, do your research. For me, when I'm looking for places to go whenever I travel, I go to TikTok. I type places to go in Bangkok, places to go in Phuket, and you will see loads and loads of videos. That always helps me to, like, you know, write out my itinerary. I don't just wake up in the morning and say, okay, what am I doing today? I always like days ahead of time what I'm doing on so and so day. Does that make any sense? Check out restaurants, check out clubs, enter every 7-Eleven you can find, because there's always something to buy in a 7-Eleven. When it comes to going to Phuket, the beach is always there. Try going to the first floating beach in the world, Yona Beach Club. Amazing. Also, you cannot skip going to Madubwa Cafe to have your drone photos and videos taken with the lily pads in the little lake. Like, you cannot miss that if you're going to Phuket. Hey, you cannot. What did I say? You cannot miss going to Madubwa Cafe. And just, you know, like I said, do your social media research and you would have like a long list of things to do and places to go in Thailand. Budget-wise, there are many free places to go. The malls are completely free to enter, except you want to buy something in any of the stores. If you're going to a rooftop bar, pay for your drink and you're good. Yona Beach Club has like a day pass fee, not expensive, about $60 or so to pay that and you are good to go. And the best part, it enables you to have like 2 free drinks. So imagine going to Yona Beach Club and you don't even spend money on drink, because my day pass already came with like 2 free drinks, and with 2 drinks I was good. Madubwa Cafe, $30 if you want to do like the photos and videos. Like, everything I believe is not as expensive. So if you budget about, I would say, $200 for activities, trust me, I believe you're good to go. When it comes to moving around and transportation, this was where I know I saved a lot of money, because like I said, we went in a group of like 7-8 ladies, and everywhere we went to, we're splitting the transportation cost. One person would pay and everybody else would like pay back the person. So assuming maybe we are going from here to here and our boat ride was about, I would say, $20. Imagine splitting $20 by 8 women. How much are you really paying? You know, that's why I said traveling in a group has its pros. Like, it really, really, really has its pros. So for transport, I would say I would have paid roughly maybe around $100 or even $50 on like moving around. Bolt works fantastically in Thailand. Bolt works so well. And because we're always going around in a group, we would always like, get the minivan or the mini bus. So those are like a little bit more expensive, but I mean, by the time you split the cost, you're paying next to nothing. So transportation was easy and it was affordable. We also paid for a one-way ticket from Bangkok to Phuket, which was roughly about a 1 hour 30 minutes flight. I think our flight fare was about $100 and something. I think, I'm not even sure right now, but yeah, I think it was roughly around that. Again, pretty affordable for a 1 hour 30 minutes flight to the next city. You can choose to go there by road though if you want, but it's way farther and obviously way more stressful. Nobody wants stress. We don't want stress when we're traveling, okay? And then last but not least, souvenirs. I showed you guys already what I bought in Thailand. I bought a couple of personal bits and bobs. I bought things for my family as well. I bought fridge magnets. I bought perfume. I bought like a lot of things on my trip. There are 1,001 tourist shops, especially in Phuket. Bangkok has mostly of malls and maybe like street vendors, but Phuket has a lot of tourist shops. So spend wisely. Don't be scared to haggle because, like I said before, this is a tourist country. So haggle your way. Like we're literally haggling in these tourist markets a lot, and most times we got items for like way less than we thought we would have. So haggle your way through. I would say in terms of things I bought in Thailand, I would say roughly around $200, $300, $400, roughly around that. But that's because I actually went ham and bought more things than I normally would have when I travel. So yeah, it just depends on your pockets and how much you're willing to spend. That will determine exactly how much you're going to be spending doing bye-bye in Thailand. So yeah, I believe this is everything you need to know before you make that trip or before you plan that trip to Thailand from Nigeria with your Nigerian passport. If there's anything I missed, let me know in the comments and I would hastily respond to you. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. If you missed my Thailand vlogs, go back and go and watch all of them. We had such an amazing time in Thailand, and I believe you too will have an amazing time in Thailand when you eventually get there. All right, speak to you guys in my next video. Hope you enjoyed watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.
You feel alive when you don't call when you supposed to, 'cause it keeps me on my toes.